Hello, everyone. Welcome to Skin School, yet another Skin School. And I have an amazing friend today as partnering up for Skin School today. And I'm sure we will learn a lot from this amazing woman who is superpower woman, supermodel, businesswoman, a mother, amazing and never aging, really. So we want to know all of her secrets. I'm Dr. Barbara Sturm, and I love to get people in front of you and have little hour of education for you. So welcome, Al. Thank you for joining us today. I'm so excited.
Hi, beautiful.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm so happy to have this time with you this morning.
What a great way to wake up and see your beautiful face and to learn about my skin.
I want to learn everything from you about everything. So I love Skin School so much because we're doing education, not just about skin, but also overall health, which I find is same important like having good skincare products, but what do we do right in our daily life with our lifestyle? And you're such a strong, leader in this wholesome approach, which I always admired about you. And I've known you for so many years, and you've always been very keen on doing the right things and living a healthy lifestyle. So we want to learn everything from you as well, what the secrets to, this amazing woman here is.
Thank you. What an introduction.
Yeah, I'm good at this. But it's easy with you too. So it's very easy to introduce you. So where are you now? You're in Miami, no?
I'm in Miami. I'm sitting in my kitchen. I'm actually in the middle of a photo shoot, but I really wanted to come on and chat with everybody about skin, because I love working together, you and I, because what I really understood is that when the body is really well from the inside, the best barometer of how well you are is your skin. So it's really reflected on the outside. When we start to nourish our bodies on a cellular level, right down to the mitochondria, for example, which is like the little battery inside our cells, when we give it all the nutrients it needs so that the organs can function in their best way, the beautiful byproduct is that you have this radiant, glowing skin. And so I had discovered this through my own wellness journey. And then when I combine it with your fantastic products, I've just noticed so much difference. And, particularly as I've moved from 50 to 60, that's become extremely important to me, is making sure that my skin looks good and that my body feels strong and well and happy and have a sense of vitality.
So what does a day in your life look like? I think we all want to know. So when do you wake up? What do you do? What do you eat? I want to know the whole thing.
It's a wonderful opportunity now to be able to sort of say, what does a day in a life look like? Because since we've been, nearly a year now in lockdown, lockdown during this period, put it that way, I actually do have regular days, because I never used to. I was always on the road, and so my days were changing. And part of my wellness program was about how do I maintain balance while I'm on the road, when you don't have all that sort of regularity around you, when you're on and off planes, when you're inside hotels, when you have business dinners, when you have early mornings, late nights, where you don't have all your stuff that you feel confident and comfortable with, when you're not sleeping in your own bed. So for the last year, I've been going deeper and deeper into my wellness program or protocol, because first of all, I love biohacking. So I love learning from my fellow friends like Angie Green or Dr. Will Cole, and I know you've done some work with Dr.
Oh, I love this guy. I did a skin school with him.
He's so great.
He's
because
amazing.
he's a functional doctor. He's all science and all heart. Yes. And but working with these kind of guys, as well as Dr. Laubscher, who is our PhD in nutrition for WellCo, I've learned to sort of what I call stack my hacks. So, I'll start off with a simple program, but as I become more, let's say, experienced in it, I'm able to layer on things. So my day starts pretty early. I like to wake up around 5:30 or 6. And the first thing I do is breath work. So sit up and I might do some sort of breath work. You can, research Wim Hof breath, or you can just do some conscious breathing. I then drink, I have beside my bed warm water and lemon. I take warm water and lemon. I do a little bit of meditation, setting my intentions for the day and just really grounding myself in bed as soon as I wake. Then I get up and then I start my skincare program with.
Yeah, else Wi-Fi is going in and out a little bit. So let's see when we get it back in. That's a little bit of a issue sometimes when we're doing digital classes. So I hope
your products, which
and
I'll start with, you know, a serum and your moisturizer, just to sort of wake up. Greens.
Amazing. So after your skincare, you cut out for a sec.
Yeah, after, and you froze as well. After skincare, I then take my Super Elixir greens. So I nourish my body from the inside, very first thing in the morning. There it is. Thank you. You know, and this is, I love this jar because it's a, you know, it's
beautiful.
The concept is sustainability.
So chic.
And it is full of our greens.
It looks so chic.
Thank you. Well, I loved it. It reminds me of like an Yves Saint Laurent kind of caddy or
yeah, no,
caddy
it's cool.
from the 30s.
Of course.
What we love with Wellco is that we sit in the beauty department, but we offer wellness. We offer wellness benefits, and so it's called the Super Elixir because it really is super. It's a super food
and doesn't taste bad. You know, I have this thing with taste. You know, if something doesn't taste good, I cannot swallow it. It just cannot.
And you're right about that. And greens traditionally don't taste good.
Yeah.
But these are great. This is a pineapple flavor, but you can also get a lemon and ginger. And we have a new, exciting 2 new flavors coming out next month. One is orange and one is a sort of unflavored. So for the people that are total Super Elixir fans, I've probably let the cat out of the bag, but we do have 2 new flavors coming. And, you know, it makes it easy to take every day because it tastes good.
It's refreshing. Do you eat
no,
anything?
I intermittent fast. So
yes.
I take my greens and then the first thing I eat is around probably 11 o'clock or midday. So I will have tea, green tea, my greens. I'll have a coffee, maybe a bulletproof coffee. I like Kion. It's a nice, clean, pesticide-free, mold-free coffee. So I might have those like leading up to breaking my fast, and then I'll break my fast around 11 or 12, usually with something sprouted. So either a big sprout salad or a big sprouts juice with pea sprouts, broccoli sprouts, sunflower sprouts. If I'm really good, I'll start my day before even my Super Elixir with some wheatgrass, but that, you know, you have to have the stomach for that. It is.
Yes, I could not do that. I like all the fasting, but I cannot go right into the greens. That would be so bad for me.
So this way you can go right into greens. Yeah. And this, you know, we have so many beautiful blends in this Super Elixir that it's super, super beneficial. So you have your, you know, have like your beauty blend, you have your gut blend, your detox blend, it's all in this.
And you have good protein powders too.
Now, we developed a protein powder because I couldn't find clean, lean protein on the road, and most protein powders are whey, and whey just really doesn't work for me. I find I bloat. You know, you fart, not that everything, but it's really not a great. It's not a great product for me. So I worked with a team to develop a very clean and very lean protein powder. And so we have it in vanilla and chocolate, and it's like a great snack. So you can have it at 11 o'clock. You could break your fast with that. You could break it, or you could use it in the afternoon as a snack. It's really rich Peruvian cocoa. So it doesn't have a sweet sort of.
No, it tastes good.
Tastes really good.
Yeah.
I mix mine with avocado and I make like a mousse with it.
So are you doing more like, you know, shakes you're having as food, or do you have like real meals as well?
I have real meals. I drink a lot of fluid, so 3 liters of water a day. And then in that fluid is is my greens. I may have a protein shake. I may have sprouts juice as well on top of everything else. But then I eat real food. But I tend to be plant-based.
Yeah.
And in the summer, I like to be raw vegan if I can. And then there's so much variety of foods that you can have with that. I have a dehydrator, and so I'll make sprouted breads. I make sprouted pizzas. But I try to stick to a plant-based diet. And that's what I learned from Dr. Laubscher right in the very beginning about keeping my body alkaline. And I noticed
anti-inflammation. You do anti-inflammation.
Exactly. And inflammation is really the cause or the root cause of most disease. And so
let's talk about inflammation a little bit, because I think that is something not everybody has understood, because it's quite new that people started talking about it. You know, when I met Al 20 years ago, I was already working as an anti-inflammatory doctor. So everything I did with the blood was about anti-inflammation.
Yeah.
You know,
you were amazing. You were doing amazing things. You were so far ahead of yourself, and you still are. But it was just incredible to watch you work. The kind of science behind what you were doing, and also the focus on inflammation. And I'd never heard about it before I spoken to you.
I think that, and now it's a thing, which is good, because inflammation is really, as you said, the root cause for every disease, for every, you know, undergoing tissue aging. Inflammation is so, you know, going together with aging. If we understand what inflammatory triggers are in our lives, that could be no sleep, stress, diet. It could be the skincare you put on your skin. That's why I'm always so militant about don't do acid peels, don't do retin-A, don't do glycolic, don't do hydroquinone, don't do lasers. This all causes inflammation on our skin, and it can translate into aging, into hyperpigmentation, into you know, anything you can think of, destruction of your tissue. Inflammation is something we not always see. It can be silent, you know, causing chronic diseases, causing all kinds of problems we can later, you know, suffer from. So it's really important to, you know, keep the triggers of inflammation away and getting inflammation under control. And the way you choose your diet and your lifestyle, with meditation to distress, with, you know, the food, plant-based diet, which is super anti-inflammatory ingredients you use, not just in your Welco, but also in your daily diet, and your lifestyle is very anti-inflammatory. And that is what we should adapt, every single one of us, and really live it the most we can. Doesn't mean we cannot have fun anymore or shouldn't have a drink or whatever. It's not like that. But the balance should really be designed to get inflammation out of our system.
Absolutely.
And I wanted to ask you, because somebody was asking it in the audience, and I think it's a very important question. We should get to the bottom of it. Sun, and you live in Miami, and you know, you are a sun lover too. You come from Australia. I mean, you always have a super beautiful tan. What do you see about the sun, and what is your take on it?
Yeah, I think that's been my nemesis as far as my skin's concerned. And you know, like I have a lot of sunspots, and it's sort of like wearing a dirty t-shirt. You know, it's like when you have it just, you never look great when you've got spots on your t-shirt, and my skin is like that too. If I can just get rid of the sun damage, you know, it takes 10 years off my skin, off my face, off my whole look. And what I realized was, when I started changing my diet, I started to see the sun damage diminish, because the sun damage wasn't only from being in the sun. I found that it was also from inflammation and acidity in my diet. And so when I started to balance it out with these products, what I realized was that, believe it or not, my sunspots diminished. And I've tried so many things. At the moment, I'm loving this, your brightening serum. I've seen a huge difference, and since I've been using this and this, because it's really what I work on is these, you know, the sun damage that I've had. And I came from the education when I was in Australia. I used to put baby oil on my body and bake. You know, I grew up in the 70s, right? Showing my age. And you know, it was cool to be that sort of dark Saint-Tropez brown. And even now, I prefer myself with more color, but you know, going into the sun today without.
Okay, we lost Elle again for a moment. I'm sure she's right back. So let's talk about the sun a little more, just because the sun is not all that bad. We always
Looking
think,
after my skin is just a non-negotiable. You know,
there you
it's sun drops. So sun is really important for your vitamin D and for your immune system. So I go into the sunshine, and I'm very fortunate. I live in Florida, but early in the morning, 7, 8 in the morning, I'm out, and I with as little clothing on as possible, so that I have the biggest surface of my skin, getting those early morning rays that are not damaging, but are so important for the immune system. And that natural vitamin D is irreplaceable. I mean, you can take supplements, but if you have the opportunity to put your body,
it's not comparable.
It's not the same.
You know what? And I'm so glad, and that's why I wanted to talk to you about it, because I know you understand it so well. Because, you know, in the US, especially in the US, but also I think the world is adapting, we kind of like, you know, demonize the sun now a little bit, because we think, oh, we always need to cover ourselves up and don't go in the sun. The sun is so important, not just for our, you know, happiness. You know, sun is important for our endorphin production, but also vitamin D, so important, not just for the immune system, but also for our bones, you know, especially when our hormone levels go down. We need to protect our bones, our joints, you know. Nitric oxide, so important for our immune system, gets produced in the appearance of sun. You know, important for our respiratory tract, important to you know, catch viruses, especially right now in these times. We should have the sun. Also, it's part of our collagen production, also of the destruction, but also important for the collagen production. So I think it's the balance, you know. Yeah, you shouldn't be in the midday sun, you know, bathing in the sun. That is not what we're talking about. We're talking about, you know, to get the right dosage. It's always about balance, you know. And
absolutely, and life is about balance.
Yeah. Life is really about, you know, taking a little bit of this, not damaging, of course, ourselves, because the sun is also really the big producer of free radicals, which also destruct our tissue, also make us age. So let's find the balance, but don't exclude the sun from your life. It's very, very important to have.
Absolutely.
And when we talk about pigmentation, and you know, and that's something you said, you know, when we have like acidity and inflammation in our system, that also can cause pigmentation issues. I totally agree. I think not only, you know, the sun directly damages our skin, but also if we give the sun the grounds to really damage ourselves, not just with what we eat and how we live, but also what we put on our skin. Sometimes, you know, let's take the example retinol or retin-A, whatever it is. You put on your skin, you make your skin so vulnerable. Yeah, the sun will burn right through and create hyperpigmentation for sure. So you have to put sunscreen on 24/7, or the anti-pollution drops 24/7. You should protect your skin. So, but if we keep our skin healthy, functioning, our skin barrier intact, etc., we have our natural barrier skin as a functioning organ to protect ourselves. And the little melanocytes, the melanin comes up the skin with as little umbrellas as is a natural sun protection. Yeah, so we have our own protection tools. Well, if you then still have hyperpigmentation, and I think we all have the experience. I got hyperpigmentation here from a Botox shot I did, and then I went blindly into the sun, you know, whatever. So I got it from that because I damaged my skin with an injection, and then the sun, you know, burned through. Or, you know, we all have hyperpigmentation, but it doesn't help our skin or our body if we attack our skin even more now with acid peels to take off hyperpigmentation. So that's why when you say, you know, I use the brightening serum, the brightening cream, we take active ingredients from the nature. And when you say, you know, when you take your super elixir and all your you know, your powders, etc., then there are ingredients from nature which naturally help us to really address pigmentation. And I created actually a brightening food, which, and you should take that out if we haven't sent this to you yet. The brightening food is you know, is a collection of ingredients coming from the nature, like watercress sprouts, olive leaf extract, copper. All these like ingredients help to loosen the agglomeration of yellow and dark spots. And especially for you, you know, to work against pigmentation, I really recommend the darker skin tone line in combination with the Good C and the brightening line. And that is really a healthy way of working, you know, to loosen those, you know, pigmentation issues together with your diet and Welco, I think that is a really healthy way to, in the long run, help with those pigmentation issues.
I think that's really important to hear, because so I've tried, because there's been times where I felt like, especially before I started taking our Welco or our hair, skin and nails boosters, and I really want to try your brightening ingestibles as well. Yeah, I think that'd be really amazing. But before that, I started, you know, trying to do lasers, because people said to me, you really have to look after your skin, Elle. You have to laser some of the sun damage off. And so I would go and do it. And then of course I've got all this downtime, and then it would look fantastic for a month. And I'd be, I'm so happy I did that. And then it would start again. The pigmentation would start. And so what I've realized is that nature works best, you know, in all areas of my life. When I apply a natural remedy, science-backed and science-based, and remember, you know, Hippocrates was the greatest doctor of all time, and he said, let thy food be thy medicine, medicine be thy food.
Yes.
And that has been my experience when I have a natural perspective on my life, when I choose natural ingredients, and I look after myself as nature intended in the best way possible, I have the best outcomes. There is, without a doubt, that is my truth. And I'm 56 years old, 57 years old. And I can really say from experience that that has been the best, you know, sort of protocol for me. And having wonderful science-backed natural products like yours that are coming from the concept of using nature in its best, nourishing the body, nourishing the skin, not stripping it away. What I found is that just works so well. And so if anybody's sort of questioning, give it a go, really give it a go, and be patient with yourself.
I remember when we had our live, and you unpacked the entire box, and you know, and then you decided, okay, I go fully Sturm now. I do the whole routine, and then I think a week later you texted me, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, my skin. You're so happy. And
I was so happy. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah,
it makes a huge difference, and I couldn't believe it. And then I doubled up on my hair, skin, and nails as well, because I wanted to support your products. Because I do think that it is an internal, external thing. You can't just put stuff on your skin and then, you know, treat the inside of your body poorly and expect it not to show, because our skin is our biggest organ. It is the biggest reflection of our well-being. So we do need to nourish from the inside as well to get the best results and the quickest results.
What do you do about your hormones? Is there any elixir, you know, which supports your hormone production in natural hormone? Because there are lots of people, I have all these questions here, who asked about, like, you know, hormonal changes, especially, you know, when we get old, how can we prevent because, you know, I think your entire thinking came from the doctor you saw regarding hormones and inflammation, etc. And then you created this line. So is there anything which supports our natural hormone production?
Yes, we have at Welco we call it libido, but it's actually a hormone balance, and it's extremely a wonderful combination of ingredients that really amplify each other, so that when you take it, it helps support you through those hormonal changes, and it helps support the skin, your moods, your sense of vitality. What I found is that I went to Dr. Laubscher when I was 50, so I was clearly going through hormonal changes, which I didn't understand at the time. I just felt like my skin was dry, I was putting on weight, I was bloated, I wasn't sleeping very well, I had low vitality, I didn't have a sense of inspiration, I didn't feel well. I looked okay, but I didn't feel well. And I just thought, that's what happens when you get older. I didn't think that you could remedy it. I just sort of thought, okay, this is it. I'm going to be sort of like, you know, 50 and not fabulous. And when I understood that if I could balance my whole body, all 11 systems within the body, I would start to give myself the building blocks for the hormonal system, the endocrine system, to really work at its best if I could support it. And it's not only just with hormonal products, like my greens which has 50 ingredients, was the beginning of me feeling less inflamed, less bloated, skin texture better, hair better, nails better within 3 weeks, because, you know, the cells turn over their life in about 3 weeks. And so you do see a change quite quickly. Hormonal things for me have also been included in some hacks like the Therasage infrared sauna, which I use, hot and cold plunging, lowering the cortisol in the body through meditation, through breathing, really helps hormonally. Love, laughter, water, they really support your endocrine system. So I think it's like having a holistic perspective on our hormones. I don't choose to do any hormone replacement therapy. I don't need to. That doesn't mean that I haven't suffered from ups and downs, but as I've gotten more balanced in my spiritual, emotional, physical life, and as I've understood how my body works, I've been able to really manage those ups and downs of my hormones really naturally. And I feel that there's no repercussions for me. So that's why I suggest that.
Such great advice. I love the cold and hot plunge as well. I think it's so good for your immune system. And these are like, you know, basic little remedies. You can do this at home. I think there's so many things where you don't need to, you know, plant-based diet is not expensive, you know. Yeah, maybe some products are a little more expensive, but then you can do a milk bath at home. You can do dry brushing at home. You can do cold and hot plunges at home, you know, can get an infrared light or an infrared sauna, or you can, you know, do like meditation. It's like, you know,
ozone is really wonderful as well. There's a little mini ozone machine that you can get from Therasage as well. And that's THERASAGE, I think. They have a little ozone machine. So using ozone water or doing ozone, you know, drinking ozone water or doing ozone insufflation is amazing as well. Can really help with inflammation and healing all over the body.
There's a lot of things we can do. There's aloe vera plants everywhere, at least, you know, Miami and Los Angeles.
I mix aloe vera sometimes for extra hydration in my super greens with water, and it's remarkable. That with your glow drops.
Oh my God, the glow drops before every Zoom call. Before every Zoom call, you need to have the glow drops. Literally,
I'm putting on the glow
drops. By
the
way, before we go in the Q&A, everybody, when we sit in front of our cameras, in front of our phones, in front of our computers, in front of screens in general, you guys also need to use the anti-pollution drops. And this is something I really say, and
I forgot about those.
The anti-pollution drops really protect your skin from the digital light, from the blue light coming from the phones. You know, and if we are scared of the sun, we should be scared of this blue light, because it's quite aggressively and deeply penetrating the skin. So everyone, please get your anti-pollution drops. Super important. And I think before we go on the Q&A, I think everybody on this Skin School will get a code for Velcro, will get a code for Sturm. So if you want to get some of the fantastic products from us, then you can do that. Should we start the Q&A? Because there's so many people who want to ask questions, which I always love. So first we have Esha. Esha is, sorry if I mispronounce your name. Aisha, probably, no? Esha?
Isha.
Isha. Hi.
Hi, Isha.
Hi. I'm good. How are you? Hi, Elle.
Hi there.
I just have a quick question. Nice to see you guys. So I recently just started sort of close to, like, I'm transitioning to plant-based. Because I find since I given birth about 2 years ago, I'm exhausted, the brain fog and all that. So I gave up coffee and I'm really having bad withdrawal. So I wanted to know what kind of supplements. I'm doing the green juice, actually. I'm doing the mental detox. I'm doing as much juicing as I can with dates in it, with oatmeal, with aloe. So I'm doing all that, but it's barely been a week. I'm just wondering, sleep-wise or overall, what would be good supplements to take other than multivitamins? Because everyone keeps telling me multivitamins.
Well, multivitamins are often not easily absorbed into the body. I love our Welco products because they're a powder, and so they're very bioavailable, and that means that you feel them immediately, and your body absorbs them really easily. So I think that if you look for me, either a vegan capsule or a powder is a great addition. And this, our Super Elixir has 50 ingredients. We have a, Super Greens blend. We have a detox blend. We have a gut health blend, a beauty blend, and a nutrient blend in one product. So it's a one and done, and you're a busy mom. So 2 teaspoons in water for me is a great foundation. For coffee addiction, I started doing matcha tea, and I bought some coconut butter. So I do matcha tea, and then I stick it in the NutriBullet with some coconut butter, and I whip it up, and it's thick and creamy, and it's a great antioxidant. It's great energy, and plus you get those beautiful fats that we so desperately need for our brain and for our body. So that is something that you might want to might look forward to waking up with, is something like a matcha tea. And then, of course, the protein powder is extremely important, because if you're shifting to a plant-based diet, making sure that you get enough protein in your diet is difficult. And on the go, having just a good, clean, lean protein that you can stick with water, or you can stick with almond milk, or you can stick with an avocado, and just make like a shake or a mousse. It's a clean snack or addition to your meal. So there's some of the things that I would suggest. I don't know, Barbara, what would you suggest?
I think I agree with everything you say. I also think, and I have a 6-year-old. I've been through, the sleepless nights, and I think that is hard on your body, especially also when you change your diet. And then I think there's like something your body needs to get used to. So give it some time. When it comes to sleep, I think it's always good to, get maybe in a little bit of a meditation. If you find a little bit time for it, de-stress. Don't look at your phone before you go to bed. Keep your phone away. Keep this electrosmog away. Don't charge your phone in the bedroom. Really try. Don't even have the red light of the TV, which sometimes can wake you up. I created something I actually love, especially right now during the time of the pandemic. It's called Sleep Food. And if you don't sleep, it causes a lot of inflammation, but also memory loss, and your immune system shuts down. So we put a lot of weight on our sleep habits, and I really want everybody to sleep at least 8 hours. And the sleep food really helps. It's not making you addictive. It's not melatonin. It's 5-HTP and German herbs and St. John's wort, and it's really a combination of beautiful herbs and 5-HTP to help you relax, fall asleep better. So take 45 minutes before you go and sleep. We have amazing success without making you, hung over in the morning, and it's just a really nice sleeping aid. And another skin food I would like to recommend everyone, and you can open the capsule and mix it with the Welco, because you just save a step and just mix it together. But these are ingredients which are great together with all the herbal formulation Al has, but it's also has glutathione, has astragalus and quercetin for telomerase activation. It has the ingredients to build hyaluronic acid in your system. So this is also a game changer you really see it if you keep using it for 2-3 weeks, 2 pills a day. Skin Food is really our hero supplement. Al, you should start that too, by the way.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm going to get some of that. And the other thing is you can mix that also with the tea, like with the, take your Sleep Food with this sleep tea. It's just a tea bag.
Exactly.
That you can see here. And it's got valerian and hops, and it tastes great. I put mine with a little bit of honey at night. So that's
a perfect really combination. You will sleep through the entire night. You won't hear your baby.
Do you find the fatigueness goes away over time with the help of the supplements?
Yes, I think
absolutely. You go.
No. I totally believe, if you get into your rhythm and you have a little rhythm, and what Al just said, now is the time where we can't go really anywhere, and we can get to a routine, and you get your routine figured out, and you do all these things. You will totally, renew yourself.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. I'm going to try this.
It takes time to detox, that it can be quite tiring, but once you just get going, and make sure you drink a lot of water. For me, it's 3 liters of water a day at least. And I start mine very early in the morning. So the first thing I do before I even get out of bed, like your baby, when you give them their bottle before they get out of bed, I give myself my bottle. Here's my dog coming to say hello. Winnie. Yeah, I drink water as soon as I wake up, like almost a liter of water.
Okay. See, I'm doing the lemon water. That's the biggest change because it was coffee. But matcha tea, I'm addicted to matcha tea, but Starbucks matcha tea. So I'm trying. I'm gonna try
not that one
your
that's full
coconut
of
butter.
sugar.
I know. I know. Thank you so much, guys. Nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
So next we have Ksenia.
Ksenia. Hi, Ksenia. Hi, Ksenia. How are you? Can you hear us? Does this work?
Yes. Hello.
Hi. Hi, Ksenia. How
Oh,
are you?
hi.
Hi
Finally,
there.
I can meet you both. Hi there. Thank you so much for this great opportunity to meet both of you. Guru, for me, as with the wellness, with the lifestyle, it's such a pleasure. Thank you so much. My question is for both of you, for Barbara and for Elle. There is right now some kind of change with me in case of what? I was traveling to really different climate, and now I'm having very interesting immune system reactions. Like I didn't expect that I will be feel weakness, or I will be having even some cold from no reason, because I'm always trying to stay warm, especially now in Ukraine when it's super cold. I'm trying to be warm, but somehow I get a cold. And my question is for both of you who travels a lot, who knows what's the climate change and how it's influence on immune system, what you can recommend me to be as stronger as I can.
Great question. I love personalizing my wellness program, and we have at Wellco these great super boosters. This one's especially for the immune system, and it's got a Kakadu plum, which is a very high.
Oh, I
dose of
love
vitamin
Kakadu
C.
plum. I
Yeah,
love it.
you have it in some of your
We have it
products
in
as
our
well.
sea. We have it
Yes.
in the good sea.
Oh, nice.
There we go.
Check this out. From Australia.
So, and then you just use this, especially when you know that you're going traveling, maybe for a couple of days before, couple of days during, couple of days after, and you just put them in water. They taste so good. It's like a sweet, like a candy, and or you can mix it with your greens. And so at least you're giving yourself this high dose vitamin C with all the nutrients from Australia that really supports your immune system. And the other thing that I think is really important is to support your gut, because the immune system also starts in the gut. So we have these gut boosters. So you might want to try these and double up on these along with your greens while you're traveling. And just make sure that you're drinking a lot of water, that you're getting enough sleep, and that you're positive thinking. Because if you say to yourself, like, I believe in life, what you focus on is what you create. You magnetize what you put your energy into. If you want to be well, then create wellness in your life by living, breathing, feeling, thinking wellness. If you're fearful of getting sick, the chances are you will get sick. So that's been my experience, and I've witnessed it quite a lot. So it's really about making sure that you focus in your heart, go, I am well, I am strong, I'm supporting myself, I'm doing what's required to look after myself. I have a healthy, strong immune system, and see if that works.
That is such good advice, and I think it's so
nice.
true. Where are you right now, Ksenia? Where are you right now?
Recently I traveled to my home country. It's Ukraine.
Yeah.
And Barbara, I'm from Dubai long time, and for me this huge change in the climate, I didn't expect it will influence me so much.
But where are you now? Are you in the Ukraine?
Yes, Ukraine.
So why don't you do a banya?
Exactly.
it's so good for immune system. It keeps you warm. I mean,
Yes.
I when I travel to those cold climates, I always love, especially Russia or Ukraine. They have this amazing rituals.
Banyas, they're
near
fantastic.
sauna. It's
The thing is,
fantastic. Yeah.
sorry, yeah, the thing is, when I'm already been here 1 month, and I did everything, and I did sauna, banya, yes, we call it banya, it's sauna, and as well, I was eating too much, I changed my diet at all. I was pressuring my body so much to do workout, to always keep me warm, you know, to make the bloodstream goes fast. And now I think maybe I was pressured so much that now my body just needs some rest and give me some sign
Rest
that
is important too. So not just go, 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 go. Rest, meditate. You know, do like red light. Just really make sure you have like your anti-inflammatory moments to yourself. Take a milk bath, relax,
oh,
read a
that's
book.
nice. Yeah.
You know, and just don't think you need to be on the go all the time. Just relax and
Yeah.
do like some love for yourself without draining your adrenals. You know.
Sure. So you both think it's probably because I was over much doing activities and pressuring my body. That's why now I need to just stop, right?
Yeah, sometimes we get run low on our adrenaline, noradrenaline. So sometimes we need to recharge our batteries, and especially when we're going, that sometimes can, really translate into autoimmune diseases. So it's good to really give a rest to your body and to your system, and do a little self-care.
Thank you so much. And one more question, El, for you as well. I know that you're like I'm your biggest fan as well as Barbara and as a skincare. You are the top model for me. I was following since childhood through your
Thank
career.
you.
And I was really wondering, I know a part of the model career, you also, if sorry, you're also an actress. And I was always curious, how does the makeup set different from the backstage from fashion industry? And then when you go to movie industry, there's as well different type of makeup and different type of preparing for the set. So I'm just want to ask you, maybe you remember really well from Friends, you was always looking so fresh and nice, and I know that you're supermodel, you would always look like this, but I mean, maybe just as well there was some set makeup which gives you this look, or
That's a really good question. I think the cameras are very different. The still camera and the moving camera captures the skin quality and the shadows of the face very differently. When you're an actress, what we tend to do is do a makeup that really accentuates the beauty of the face naturally. And it's a lot of shading for the bone structures and just to sort of really showcase the face. And very natural. When you're working as a model, it's more still camera. There's a lot of retouching that goes on. And also makeup itself can be fashionable. So, you will find yourself as a model, maybe you have dark, smoky eyes and a light mouth, but you would never really be wearing that as an actress, because as an actress, you're supposed to be, well, particularly for Friends, that's a great example. I was just the girl next door. So, we had very minimal makeup. And I was looking back at some old friends of mine, and I had such an amazing time doing it. It was such an honor to be working with these wonderful actors. And I looked at myself, I was like, I looked great. And I
Exactly.
guess my hint to people is love the moment that you're in. Because I remember at that time being so worried about myself on camera that I was not Jennifer Anderson and I wasn't, all the actors of Friends. And, and I look back and I was beautiful and I was fine. But at the time I was sort of anxious about myself. So enjoy where you're at today, because these moments are what creates the times that you look back and you go, oh, well, actually, I was really healthy then. I was really beautiful. My hair looked great, that color. And Yeah, not to pick yourself apart is very important.
Yeah, agree. So should
Thank
we
you
do the
so
next
much.
one? Thank you,
Sure, thank
Ksenia.
you so much. It was pleasure to meet you. Have a good day. Bye.
Nice to meet you, Ksenia. Bye.
You too. Bye.
Elle, this is so interesting. That's true.
Yeah.
So next we have Dawn.
Dawn. Hi, Dawn.
Hey, ladies.
Hi.
I'm in Topanga Canyon, which is in Southern California, for those of you
Not
who
too
don't
far
know.
from me.
Really? Are we close?
We're in Beverly Hills.
Well, okay. Well, then you and I will have a side conversation later about all of that. Then you know that it's very dry here in Southern California.
Yes.
Water, you both have spoken about it. It's so critical. We know that our bodies are 60 to 65% water. So the water that we're consuming is everything, right? My question for you both is, the high alkaline waters that are on the market, they're all over the place in terms of 7.2 up to 10.1. The marketing around all of these waters is also all over the place. Hard to prove some of what the claims are, where they come from, why are they high alkaline? Do they come out of the ground naturally that way? I know that some of them are engineered to be high alkaline with the addition of sodium. And as you both have just discussed, sodium is one of the absolute worst things we can be consuming. So the idea of adding sodium to achieve the higher alkaline water seems self-defeating. What do you both see as the kind of water that we should be drinking? And is water part, and Elle, you kind of addressed some of this. You said you drink fluids all day. So water, of course, is part of a smoothie, and it's part of tea, and it's part of coffee. But how much just pure water should we be drinking, and what's the alkalinity importance?
Right. Yeah, it's an excellent question. The water industry is so interesting. And I've done quite a lot of research on it. There's some fantastic companies that are doing work in water and the power of water. For me, rather than looking at the alkalinity levels of the water, I tend to look at the filtration. So I don't want to be drinking fluoride. I don't want fluoride in my water because I think that it affects your pineal gland. And your pineal gland is your ability to connect to your intuition, amongst other things. And your hormone, it's a hormone endocrine regulator as well. So I don't want fluoride. I don't want pesticides in my water. I'm not looking for any drugs, residual drugs. So finding a great water filter system, and they're, different things for different strokes for different folks. You can have a system that's just from your tap, a system that comes from your shower, from your mains, or you could have a jug type system. There's also structuring the water. So make the water alive. And there's a lot of discussion around fourth phase water. Gaia, G-A-I-A, water systems have quite an interesting water structure system. If that's something that interests you, you have to do your research and see if it resonates with you. Because it is really a personal decision as to what you are looking for your water. As far as alkalinity is concerned in water, I think that's a bit of a delicate ground, and it's not one that I'm a specialist in. But I do think that making sure that you have an alkaline lifestyle is the really way to go. There's no point drinking alkaline water if you're acidic because you're angry and you're fearful all the time, because whatever you're thinking and feeling is going to manifest in your body, and it's going to create inflammation. So, excuse me. So having an alkaline lifestyle, lots of plants, lots of oxygen, oxygenated foods, lots of greens, low inflammatory proteins, not a lot of animal proteins, sunshine, movement, sleep, as Dr. Strong spoke about, love, laughter. These are the kinds of things that I feel have a greater impact on our anti-inflammatory beingness than perhaps some of these alkaline waters that we find on the market. Not saying there's anything wrong with them. I'm just saying, for me, I look for filtration more than I look for alkalinity.
And what you just said also is a more holistic approach to alkalinity and just a wellness, an overall wellness.
And it reflects in your skin because you look better. So it's while I speak wellness, it's really the beautiful byproduct is beauty. And I know that that's what we're all interested in. We want to be the most beautiful we possibly can. And
that
beauty
has left the station, my friend, for me. That's right.
No, that's not true, because it becomes, because that beauty is something greater than the texture of your skin, although we can really improve the texture of our skin with wonderful products like Dr. Storm's. But it is an energy, it's an effervescence, it's an aura that comes from us. It's a way of being. It's soul deep, that beauty. And that is what people begin to see, especially as you become, when you're not 20 anymore, and it's not really about, the color of your eyes and the position of your cheekbones and the color of your skin. There's something so much more to what beauty actually means. And we're finding that we are redefining what it is to be beautiful today. And I think that's a very exciting time.
Well, the hydration issue seems like a very simple thing at minimum to take care of. So whether it's simple to take a walk every day at the least, and it seems simple to at least get 64 ounces of water down, right? So then I guess my question was, of that 64 ounces of water, how do you choose?
I do only pure water for 3 liters, and everything else is a bonus. So I don't consider my greens as part of that. I don't consider a sprouts juice part of that. I definitely don't think coffee is part of that, because we know coffee can dehydrate your body. You have to have 3 cups of water to 1 cup of coffee, approximately. So yeah, just keep it pure and simple, as nature intended it. Lots of water, and then whatever you have over and top of that is a bonus. That's my perspective.
I want to add one more thing about the water. There are so many, waters out there, and alkaline or whatever they claims that are, energy water. I would always choose a water from a company I would trust, and there are like also testings out there. You can check online what there is. I would stay away from water and plastic bottles, because we don't know if this was heated by the sun, then the plastic can penetrate into the water. It could even create like hormone-like particles in the water, which could affect our hormonal system. And I also would stay away from bubble water. Gas, water with gas, because that causes acidity in your system. So I would always go with still water. And because you're on Topanga Canyon and you're in LA, and it is very, very dry, I tell you a secret. When I started using the anti-pollution drops, it really could hold my hydration in, especially in LA, which is very, very dry. I always have, when I travel here to Los Angeles, I always have a change in my skin to very, very dry. And then I religiously use the anti-pollution drops in the face mask. Every day. I sleep in it. I wanted to tell you, Al, because a really good way to use the face mask, also, you mix it at night with the night serum, put it on your skin, and you sleep at night. Do it tonight. You will call me in the morning. I swear, you will freak out when you look in the mirror. It's so good.
That's so good, because I just started doing this. And you know what I thought was really cool, by the way? I love your little brush. I mean, how cool is this little brush that goes with it? I put it on today, this morning for this live, because I wanted to look glowing and fresh and beautiful. I was shocked by how well my makeup went on afterwards as well. So I can really vouch for this, but I'm going to try it so it's with the PM serum, right? The night serum.
Yeah, you do whether you do the super anti-aging serum or the night serum, you mix it together and put it on, and you leave it on, you sleep in it, it dissolves into your skin. It's so freaking good.
I'm doing it. I'll call you tomorrow, let you know.
Well, now that I know you're in Beverly Hills, I'm going to come see you too, because you're right around the corner. That's great.
Perfect. Yeah, and we also have our store on Almond and Melrose. So it's where Maxfield and Wolf Cafe and all these places are. It's very, very beautiful store. Also, absolutely must to check it out. It's great. I can't wait to see you. So
Well, and you, and I just want to say this is a very smart conversation. I really enjoyed listening to everything that's being discussed. So thank you both for doing this and taking the time. Thank you.
Thank you so much for
joining
coming
us
on.
today. Have a great day. Bye.
So
Next
next
one.
we have Mia, I think. I'm not sure if I pronounced
Mia?
it right.
Hi, Mia.
Or Maya.
Maya. Mia.
How are we going for time?
You have to run to your shoot, right? Should we?
I don't know what the
should we
time
do
is.
One more, two more.
Yeah.
Hi.
We do Maya and one more, okay?
Okay, perfect. Hi, Maya.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes,
we
we
hear you.
can.
Hi. My name's Maya. I'm from the UK. I'm 19, so I'm quite like young to start this, but I love you both so much.
Aw.
And I've only recently discovered you both. So my question is about inflammation and how I can just get less inflammation into my lifestyle and diet.
That's a really good question. And inflammation, we just talked about it earlier very briefly, but inflammation is all around us. It also comes from the sun. It comes from the digital light. It comes from pollution. It comes from no sleep. It comes from stress. It comes from your diet. It comes from your skincare products you put on your skin. So all these stresses from outside can cause inflammation in your system. And the best thing to do, make sure you have enough sleep, meditate to bring down your stress hormone cortisol, go on an anti-inflammatory plant-based diet. And you can also go on our website, drsturm.com. We have like a blog, we do like recipes and everything. We discuss this anti-inflammatory lifestyle there as well. See that you really, have a diet which supports this anti-inflammatory process. And then also make sure skincare or whatever you put on your body, whatever it is, doesn't cause inflammation. And inflammation can already be caused by fragrances, by ingredients like mineral oils, by ingredients like glycolic, retinol, retin-A, acid peels, all these like trendy anti-aging promises, which actually cause aging. So stay away from everything aggressive. But if something hurts on your skin, if something tingles on your skin, if something doesn't agree with your skin and makes your cheeks red or, sensitive or whatever, stay away. Our body has this natural signal called pain or burning, which tells you stop it. So some people think, oh, if it doesn't burn or it doesn't tingle, it doesn't work. It's just the opposite. If it burns or hurts, that is what causes inflammation. So inflammation we should get under control. Get on our sites also else and learn about anti-inflammatory lifestyle. Check out our Instagram. We have a lot of tutorials on it, or skin schools on YouTube. We have so much information out there. And also, if you want, always schedule a FaceTime consultation with my team. It's free, and they're happy to talk you through it as well.
Okay, thank you so much. Because I actually use salicylic acid, which now is that obviously not good. So
Salicylic acid in a certain concentration can help with the cortification of your skin. So if you tend to get a lot of blackheads, breakouts, if you have a lot of sebum production and very oily skin, it depends on the concentration. That can sometimes really help to slow it. But it really, if you do like high dosage salicylic acid, I would recommend against it.
Okay. That's
And
great.
just from my perspective, you're a beautiful girl. And I have also, I have an 18-year-old son and a 23-year-old son, and inflammation in their bodies looks like acne and bloating. And to some extent, we can see it in their moods. So if they're overtired and can't sleep, or if they're stressed from school or finding themselves slightly depressed, I know that they have a lot of inflammation in their body. And that usually comes from fried foods. They're eating on the run at school. They're eating a lot of wheat or bread. And they just basically don't feel well. They've both started on the Super Greens, and they have 2 teaspoons in water. This is Wellco, WELLECO. and you get the super elixir. And you can get it in a pouch. You don't need to, there's one way, this is a more expensive way to get it, but you can also just get it in the refill pouch. And if you start on that program every day, it will really help you manage your bloating, your skin, your stress, and your just your general beauty regime, but also your sense of vitality, energy, and capacity to sleep really well. So I would recommend that, and also the sleep tea for you that you could use for anti-anxiety, because I'm sure you've got a lot going on. I don't know if you're in school or if you're working, but and especially with what's happening in the world, there's so much fear around. It's so important for us to try to take time to downplay the fear, to upgrade the love in our lives. And, you know, sometimes we need some help. So this anti-anxiety or sleep tea is great. And take your greens along with the things that Dr. Strong recommends.
Amazing.
Okay, thank you so much. I'm saving
We
up.
have a solution for everything, Al. So nice.
Because it's very simple, because it all goes back to the same thing.
Yes. The basic needs of our system.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. It was really nice to speak to you both.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to see you, beautiful girl.
Next
So
one.
last but not least, we have JD.
Hi, JD.
Hi.
How are you?
Hi.
Good. How are you? I don't know if you can see me, but I think
No,
you can
we
hear
don't
me.
see you yet.
Okay. Hi.
There you
Hi
are.
there.
Hi. So nice to meet you both. I'm in Florida as well. I'm in Fort Lauderdale. Just moved here from New York, so it's definitely a shift in my skincare routine because of the humidity. My question is for Elle. I just got onto your super elixirs. I got the ginger and lemon. It's so good. And then I was interested, you can hear my baby. I was interested in the boosters, the immunity booster
Yes.
and the gut health. I wanted to kind of
Yes.
do like a nice little cleanse. Do you mix those with the super greens, or do you have those at different stages throughout the day?
Yeah, great question. You can do whatever you want. The taste of the boosters and the hair, skin, and nails, the liver cleanse, the gut support, or the immune booster, they're actually quite powerful herbs. They're quite sweet. You can put them straight in water, and you could pace them out. So you might have your greens at one moment, and then your gut at another moment, or you can just stick them all in together in a smoothie, and that way you get it all done. Listen, you're a busy mom. You probably don't have time to pace it out throughout the day. So I would just, you know, if the taste works for you, stick it all in the same thing. Or if you don't like the taste, maybe just split them up, because they're strong. They're very medicinal herbs. They're potent, they work well. 2 weeks of any one of these programs should really help you on your way. Sometimes I've done a month on things, particularly during COVID. I was living with our, you know, immune boost, and I'm just showing the people at home. There's these little packets like this, and you just, you know, tear it off and pour it into water, and you mix it.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. And
You're welcome.
being in South Florida, I did go to Sturm's spa in New York, but do you recommend any places down here?
I give you a really good news. Our spa is going to open in March in the Design District. Yes. So
Can't wait.
yeah, so it's coming. It's coming your way. Give us 2 months to get ready, and then you have a
And
place
I'm
to
so
come.
excited, because that's
Yeah.
like 15 minutes from my home.
I come down and visit you guys, okay? When we
Yes.
open.
Thank you so much. I just got the good C and I love it. So thank you both so much. Appreciate
You're
it.
welcome. Good for you for looking after yourself.
And you and get your baby those
Oh,
products.
I have I got the little like
Perfect.
kit.
They're the
whole
best.
kit.
They're
The
the
milk,
best.
the bath milk
best.
is great.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
Okay,
Good to
big
see
kiss.
Bye.
Big kiss. Thank you. Al, I know you have to run. I love you very much.
I'm so grateful. I so love doing this with you. I learned a lot. I know I picked up my tips is to put my night serum with your mask, put it on, have it absorb. I also picked up the tips of get the skin food, open it up and put it in my super elixir. And also the sleep food, I think it'll be a great one for me to add to my program as well. So thank you. And also to continue with my brightening serums to make sure that I'm not doing my the lasers. And also to put on the anti-pollution drops because I am in front of the camera a lot. So I learned a lot today. Thank you.
Love you so much. We love you and what you have created so much. And I'm also on it. I'm on it and I'm very religiously about it.
Thank you so much. And anybody who wants to know more about our products can go to wellco.com, WELLECO.com.
Well, let's do another one soon. Everybody
Yes.
out there, we will answer all your questions you send. Our team will answer all these questions. I will get Elle back on here because I know there were so many who haven't been able to ask their question on camera. So we come back and do this again. Big kiss to everyone. Stay very safe and healthy and do anti-inflammatory lifestyle, please.
Yes.
Big
And
kiss.
laugh a lot.
Laugh, and
the
laughter.
water. Okay.
Good vibes. Big kiss.
Bye.